Hello everyone, Rabbi Abe here. First, I want to thank everybody for their support on the channel, support on YouTube, support at rabbiabe.com. Today we're going to discuss daily angels and how to receive support from the angels that pertain to each day, because each day we know that it's governed by certain angels. And just to be clear, remember, I know there's always questions about this, that ultimately all force comes from this one source, and that source is the Creator, the God force, if you will. But angels are meant to carry out or be conduits for the Creator's force, and therefore in Hebrew we call an angel malach. That's how you say an angel in Hebrew, malach. Malach numerically in gematria is 91. And as we said in our Angels Masterclass, which you can find on rabbiabe.com in the courses section, 91 is a code for the unification of the physical world with the spiritual world. A unification, a connection. And that's what an angel assists us in doing. Since the spiritual world, from our perspective, is, we don't have a natural affinity. We live in the physical world. Angels are the conduits to assist us to connect. And so on a daily basis, there are different angels that assist us to have protection, direction, sustenance for each individual day. Now, what I'm going to explain is how to use this. And there will be a special download on rabbiabe.com in the download section where you can download the daily angels, and that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, which is also the Sabbath. There are 3 different sets of angels for the evening, for the morning, and for the afternoon. I'll explain that. Of course, I do go into detail about that in the Angels Masterclass. So, again, the main premise of an angel is a conduit, using a conduit to bridge the physical world to the spiritual world. Now, each day is a different vibe, a different vibration, a different energy, and we will relate it to the Sefirot, that is the Tree of Life. Some of you are familiar with the Tree of Life. We have videos on the channel about the Tree of Life. But the Tree of Life are 10 dimensions. There is Keter, Chochma, Bina, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. Those are the 10 dimensions or 10 levels. In English, they would be crown, wisdom, understanding, mercy or loving kindness, judgment, beauty, victory, glory, foundation, and kingdom. Okay? Now, it's nice in English, though it doesn't really have a great meaning in English, because in Hebrew, in the original words, they are really like, code words. They are buttons on the computer, which when you push them, it activates a certain consciousness. And that's important, and that's why that will be included next to each angel. So, what do we want? Again, we want the support and the guidance of the angels for each particular day. Each particular day according to that particular day's energy. Now, Sunday and the Sabbath are very particular days. Why? Because Sunday has a completeness. In the Bible, in Hebrew, of course, it says, Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Voker, Yom Echad. Now, Sunday is unique among the days of the week because it is a unified whole of something. It represents the seed which is complete. Monday already is a separation. And that's why in the Hebrew, in the Bible, it says Yom Echad, not Yom Rishon, meaning it says one day, and there was evening and there was morning, one day, not first day, even though you might have a translation into English, and it might say first day, but that would be incorrect according to the Hebrew or the original text of the Torah or the Old Testament. It says one day. Now, what makes one day different than first day? Well, one day is unified. Echad is a unification. Echad, which means one, which is also numerically 13, represents a unified whole of something. That means there is a completeness of energy in Sunday. Okay? So that's why, yes, that's why Sunday is a bit special in that sense, because it is a unified whole of energy. From that point on, there is a process, the process of separation begins. And according to the Kabbalah, Monday is when hell, whatever hell means, that was created. Gehenom was created in the second day, which corresponds to Monday. The third day of the week is considered positive because it contains now the completion of the right, what's called the left, and the central column. So the Tuesday would be the central column. Now we have two sets of three within the days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's the first set of three. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's the second set of three. What about Saturday? No, for the Kabbalist, it's not Saturday. It's the Sabbath, Shabbat. What's the difference? Because this 7 days represents the 7 physical days of creative process. That doesn't mean that, God created the world or the universe in 7 days. I mean, it's a nice story, but that's the superficial meaning of the Bible. Of course, the Kabbalah goes deeper into the secrets of what the Bible is talking about. And it says that these first 6 days of creation have absolutely nothing to do with anything physical. I mean, if God is God, God can do anything. Does he need 6 days to create the universe? Can't it just be like that? And that's the truth. It was like that, just from the word of the Creator. He said, and it became. But these 6 days represent creative process, nothing physical over there. According to the Zohar, if you subscribe to the main source text of the Kabbalah, as we do, these 6 days represent the 6 Sefirot, these 6 levels of creative process. And that's why everything must go through a creative process from its inception until its manifestation. There's a process. What is then the Sabbath? Sabbath represents 2 things. The vessel, which is absolutely empty, the empty vessel that has an ability to receive. But of course, when creation takes place during the 6 days, that vessel is full of light. In other words, the Sabbath is the manifestation of all the spiritual light that has been created within the 6 days. That's why there's a separation between the 6 and 1. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod of the tree of life, and then the Malchut, kingdom. That's why kingdom is where the king is revealed. That's where he lives, metaphorically. So the Sabbath is a manifestation of energy at any level. And that's why, according to the Zohar, this Sabbath operates very differently than the other days of the week. According to the Kabbalah, the Sabbath, if it is indeed Sabbath for the individual, is above time. Time doesn't exist there. we use the greeting Shabbat Shalom, if you've ever heard that. Now, most Jews, of course, have heard that, but maybe never stopped to think, what does it actually mean? Shabbat, the Sabbath, is Shalom. Shalom means peace. It also means hello and goodbye and peace, right? It's interesting that this word Shalom means three different things. Hello, goodbye, and peace. Right, left, and central column. It also means shalem. Shalem, which means whole, a unity of things. And so when we have a wholeness or a unity of light and vessel, time ceases to exist, says the Zohar. There's no time there. So if we know how to use the Sabbath, we can go above time. In other words, the greeting is not really good morning or good evening. No, it's Shabbat Shalom. We're saying, proclaiming in a way, that Shabbat is whole, it's complete. It's not day, it's not night, it's not afternoon. It's one unified whole manifest with the light. It's the light and the vessel together in one place. So, the angels that I give you for the Sabbath, for the Shabbat, are three different stages of angels. Friday night, which is already the Sabbath, Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon. Three different components of energy. Of what begins on Friday night is the left column, the desire energy. The Sabbath morning, which is right column, which is the sharing force of energy. And the afternoon, which is central column, which represents the resistance, healing, ability to overcome, willpower, and so on. Many things. How do we connect to this? Well, there's many ways, but I'm giving you in this class the angels to assist us to connect not only with the Sabbath, but with every day. Every day. So how are we going to use these? How are we going to use these? So let me just put the Sunday angels, I'll use that as an example, the Sunday angels on the screen. And the Sunday angels, you'll see, relates to chesed. So we'll just say to ourselves, chesed, which is the sephirah, the first of the seven sephirot of this world, of the physical world. That's a code word. That's like activating the system. Chesed. And we scan the box of the angels. We do not say these angels' names. We do not pronounce them. I don't have them transliterated. No. Why? They are very unusual names and not meant to be spoken through the mouth. They are meant only to be scanned. That's it. What I mean by scanning is simply run your eyes over the names of angels. The eyes are the windows of the soul. I know this might be a foreign idea to many, but trust me, it works. Everything is absorbed through the eyes directly to the soul. These letters are vehicles of creation and speak to all of us. Makes no difference if you're Jewish, you're not Jewish, you're whatever, okay? No difference. If you're part of the creation, and I assume if you're watching this video, you are part of the creation, as we all are, simply scan them from right to left with our eyes, and then recite the corresponding verse of the Ana B'Koach. So, in the case of Sunday, it will be Ana B'Koach, Gedulat Yeminecha, Tatir Tzirura. Okay? So we said Chesed, we scan the box, scan the names of the angels, say the corresponding verse, because of the 7 verses of Ana B'Koach, relate to the 7 days of the week. 7 days that correspond to the days of the week. Ana B'Koach Gedulat Yeminecha Tatir Tzirura. Okay? That's how we do it. Now, the only difference, all the days are the same. with the exception of the Shabbat. Because as we said, the Shabbat has 3 different compartments, shall we say, of spiritual light. It is a complete unit which contains the right, the left, and the central column. So, actually it's in a different order, which is what makes Shabbat unique, because usually the evening would be central column, but not so Friday night. Friday night, the Sabbath, is left column. It's desire. Why? And that's why we Jews do a ceremony called Kabbalah Shabbat, the receiving of the Shabbat, because we're building our spiritual vessel to be able to receive, to prepare ourselves to receive beneficence that's available in the Sabbath, not available in another time. It is available, it's sort of almost like the bank is open on the Sabbath, to draw down that spiritual energy above time, above space. I can go backwards in time in the Sabbath to the past week. I can go forward to the future week. We can correct the past. We can plan the future on a spiritual level, meditation, tools, whatever you know how to do at this particular point. But it is all about connecting to what is already available automatically by virtue of the day, which is called the Sabbath. So we have the Friday night angel, and that angel will be marked Friday night Malchut, and all the angels incidentally relate to the Sephirah, the level of Malchut, kingdom. But again, the first one is the left column. So it's left column Malchut. We scan the names of the angels, and Shavatenu Kabel, Ushma Tza'akatenu, Yodea Ta'alumot. That would be Friday night only. Come Saturday morning, Shabbat morning, we have now the different set of angels. We have the angels for the Shabbat morning. Again, we say, Saturday, Shabbat, Malchut. Scan the box of the angels. They are different angels. Right column, the force of sharing, installing the energy of sharing and mercy within us, within our kind of soul computer. And again, the last line of the Ana B'Koach, the 7th line, corresponding to the 7th day. Shavatenu Kabel, Ushema Tza'akatenu, Yodea Ta'alumot. Okay? And that's Saturday morning. Come Saturday afternoon, anytime after, let's say, 2 p.m., you can utilize or scan the 3rd set of angels for Shabbat. And this is, again, Shabbat, central column. Central column. Now, anytime we have central column in anything, we're dealing with what we call resistance, the force of resistance. Resistance. Imagine you're in a gym, you want to get stronger. What do? Resistance. You push against the heavy weight and you do resistance training. Well, there is such a thing as spiritual resistance too, which exercises our soul, our spirit, our consciousness, our desire, and that's what we're connecting with the 3rd set of angels. It's healing, it's overcoming negativity, many, many things. We scan the box, central column Shabbat, scan the angels from right to left, and again, Shavatenu Kabel, Ushma Tza'akatenu, Yodea Ta'alumot. And again, each time we are requesting from the angels protection, direction in general, for the day to be directed to all the good and beneficence that this day has to offer, and to be protected from any negativity, negative individuals if they're in our midst, creating a protection shield around us. And look, that's how we use the angels of each day. You can use each day's angels as a meditation and use it to surround your body with light. I'm giving you the express version, but you can certainly embellish this if you feel so, and just imagine white light from each one of those boxes and the names of the angels enveloping your entire body with light. You can do that. That will be even more powerful if you have the time to do that. It's not my particular, I don't have the time to do that. I generally make an express connection with the angels, and that's how I do it. That's just my personal preference. But you may feel differently, and that's 100%, it's very good, in fact. So just keep that all in mind. And remember, go to RabbiAbe.com. You can download, just look for the download, Daily Angels. Daily Angels. Available, no charge. Just create a Sky Pilot account. It's free on RabbiAbe.com. And you can download the Daily Angels for yourself. And yeah, you can just use them daily. Okay, guys. Lots of love and blessing. And I'll speak with you very, very soon on the next video. All the best. All the best.